Hello, ladies and gents and ladies. Who am I kidding? There are no females who watch this show, who watch this channel. I do not have girls watching this. Not yet, anyway. Not yet. I'll get there. But for right now, no girls watch this channel. It's all a sausage fest. How you doing? How you doing, my sausages? It is another episode of StratLab, and we're going to be looking at Dart Farm Ace. Dart Farm Ace is a strat that is near and dear to my heart because I used this strat way back when Chipper was taking over the game. When you could super vac Zoma Gods, like 7 Zoma Gods for 8 seconds and just fan club it. Way back when that was happening and people would just abuse the hell out of it. You could, like Chipper from rounds 1 to I want to say round 20. Really, round 1 and round 20, you couldn't really do nothing. And even around 20, if you knew how to use Chipper right, you couldn't really do anything with that. So, yeah, thankfully, Chipper has been nerfed quite a bit. So now we are we are going to look at the Dart Farm Ace, which has stood the test of time. Because way back when I was using it, when Chipper was taking off the game, it was still a good strat. And now Dart Farm Ace is still a good strat. Now, of course, Dart has gone through some nerfs. Ace has gone through some nerfs, and Farm has gone through some nerfs, but it's still a good all-around, all-game strat if you have good micro. Like, the later you get, the better your micro has to be to stay with it. So let's get into some footage here. Okay, now of course, since I explained early game with Heli, I'm going to explain early game with Dart. I know that most of my viewers probably know how to use Dart early game, but let's assume that I will get some new viewers, hopefully, that doesn't know how to use Dart early game, and I will show them how to do this. Basically, what I'm doing here is we're trying to greed as much as possible with Dart, because Dart is the cheapest tower, and it's pretty good defense for how much it costs. Because triple darts can defend really well. If it's a well-placed triple dart, it can defend really well. If you have the right angle and you have the right targeting setting, Triple Dart can defend really well on most maps. Now, granted, this isn't one of those maps where you can just defend with one Triple Dart. Round 4 pinks are a pretty good weakness for Triple Dart because pinks are spaced and Triple Dart is kind of for more group popping power. But if you just get 2 Trip Darts and put them on either side of the little loop here, we're gonna defend pretty well. And at the same time, I'm not that far behind in farming. Like, I'm probably, I can see it now. I'm $700 behind him, almost $700 behind him. And now he has to upgrade to the quad dart, and I am now I'm still $7 behind him, but I know pretty soon he's gonna have to upgrade to, how's it called? He's gonna have to upgrade to the Razor Rotors, and I'm gonna have to get the Juggernaut. So he might be ahead of me, but at the same time, I am going to be able to catch up soon, because 1, I'm a good rusher, and 2, I'm a good farmer. I have to say that this game, I think this game was in one of my series games. I lose this game. I think people know that already, though. I lose this game, not horribly, but I do lose this game. That's because I am not good at Spolt spam, and let me tell you, Spolt spam is probably the best. It's a new strat. It's an up and coming strat. I did not know Spolt spam was a thing when I was playing. Well, I didn't do Spolt spam when I was using this strat way back when. But if I knew how to do Spolt spam really well, I wouldn't have died to the reroll rush he sent me. And it's like Spolt spam is what basically makes this strat so much better than it could be, because let me tell you, regrow leads are still pretty deadly to darts. Like, regrow leads is what was deadly to darts way back when, and regrow leads are still pretty deadly to darts, like, as you see here. Regrow leads really do mess up darts if you don't have a lot of juggernauts, and Spolt spam solves that problem. If you put your spolts in the right spot, then you can defend regrow anything, because the spolts, I think the spolts go through like 10 Bloons a pop, and they're so cheap. They're like, I think they're less than $1,000. From Dart Monkey to Spolt, I think that's actually less than $1,000. It is actually less than $1,000 from Dart Monkey to Spolt. Like if you include the base price of Dart Monkey and include the Spolt, it's less than $1,000, which is did you get it the third time? Which is why Spolt spam is such a thing, because it's so cheap and you get such good popping power as long as you have a straight line. And a lot of maps have straight lines you can shoot down. So Spolt spam is one of those strats where Spolt spam is one of those maneuvers with darts that you can use to defend mid game. That's how people get through mid game. They also, they have darts. So if somebody's sending a heavy rush, they can get up the ace, which I should have done there. I should have got up in the ace, but I did not expect him to send so many leads. But let's go to another video of me probably losing because I'm so rusty with this strat. I'll see you. Hello again. Now, as you can see, this match will go very, very late game, and that's good because I want to explain how this strat does late game. Like I said, this strat is very good all around, from round 1 to round like 50. You can, if you have good micro. Now, granted, round 50 you're going to have really good micro, but from round 1 to round 38, let's just use round 38 because that's when most competitive people call their games. From round 1 to round 38, you can defend a lot with dart form ace. That's why it's a staple in most competitive atmospheres. As you can see, he is using, this other guy, Macho Man, is using, what is this? The Dartling Village strat, which I hear might be a little glitched. I've played it twice, and let me tell you, if you go late game with this strat, which on maps like this, you probably will go late game. Like maps like Battle River, Patch, and I think I saw it used somewhere else. I forgot what map it was though. But on winding maps where the balloons go through a certain area more than one time, you can use that Dartling Village strat very effectively. But so this map I typically use. There are a lot of maps where I use Dark Farm Ace like exclusively. Temple, Patch, and I might break it out on offside if I'm feeling competitive, because granted I do like all the heli strats, and I'm not going to stop using the heli strats because people think heli is broken. I've been using heli strats since way back. Actually, I started this game using heli because of the Apache dart chip. When I first started playing, back when I was terrible at this game, I was just playing it for fun. I started playing with heli. It was actually very fun because I just liked the Apache dart chip. But yeah, he is using the Dartling strat. I'm using Dartform Ace. I use Dartform Ace on this strat, this map, because the heli strat is not very good on this map. I'm going to use Dartform Ace on Battle River from now on because the heli strat is not good on Battle River. Any map that space will be an issue, you should use Dartform Ace instead of any heli strat. But if you have a lot of space on a map, then you can use heli or you can use Dartform Ace. Now I'm about to go a bit more into the late game because that's what I really want to show you. Quick side note here, I actually did Spolt spam pretty well right here because he sent me regrow leads and I Spolt spammed a good amount of it out with, you see the Spolts up top. Now of course I did have the battle energy, but I need to practice Spolt spam a little bit more because Spolt spam, I've seen it used very effectively, and you can use that. You can use Spolts very effectively if you know what you're doing. I just wanted to show you that. Also, let's just look at this strat right here. This Dartling strat is kind of broken, as most people will say. Now, granted, that doesn't mean you shouldn't use it. Use any strat you want. It's your choice what strat you use. I've heard that a good way to beat this dart strat is I might do a StratLab on this dart strat, but I've heard a good way to beat this dart strat is to use constant BFBs. Round 20 BFBs. Like if I were to send him BFBs right now, a BFB right now, he would have to do a lot of selling, I guess, to get up defense, because I already made him get up the rockets, so now I'm ahead and farming with that. I was ahead and farming this whole entire match actually because I gave him some pretty good pressure. But let's get back to what I was about to talk about. See you later. Okay, we're pretty late game here. As you can see, I have pretty good defense. He has a pretty good defense. I have pretty good farming. He has pretty good farming. I have more eco, but in the grand scheme of things, when you start sending I mean, when you start sending Zoma Gods, your ego doesn't really matter that much. He's using the strat that like I said, I have some insight on how to beat now, but I believe I start sending Zoma Gods around this time. He also has Cold Burst, so he's been attritioning me, I guess, to make it easier to kill me later. But this is, oh, we both start sending at the same time. How about that? But this is when you want to. I wonder if, like, I've seen people use Space Zoma Gods instead of Fast Cooldown. Are Space Zoma Gods stronger than Fast Cooldown Zoma Gods? It's a weird one. But as you can see, that Dartling strat is pretty ridiculous. Although I did see that if I would have kept sending, I probably would have overloaded them at some point. But of course, I had to defend this. This is where it becomes a problem, because although I do have Ace, the Dartlings can't really pop the Zoma God layer that fast, and that's where the downfall is when it comes to. I did not mean to say thanks. That's what the downfall is when it comes to having Dart, because Fan Club is good up until the Zoma Gods get to a certain strength. That's when you gonna need something better, like maybe a Apache Dart ship, or maybe the Rockets. But like I said, if you have good micro and you have, I guess, really good defense, like I could have easily just ground zero spam right there. Maybe that would have helped a little bit. But I kind of wanted to try to pop it with just the darts. It's a good all-around strat. Trust me, it's going to remain a good strat unless they nerf like round 0 or something. But it's going to remain a good strat for as long as the strat's around. So use this strat. It's a really good one. It's one of my favorites. And that will do it for this episode of StratLab. Thank you for watching. Come back tomorrow. I will definitely be here. Bye-bye.